Hey, so I'm in the process of trying to buy a house. Very difficult, very long. The process is taking too long, which is fine though. It's all about perspective. Some people tell me that I need to wait, find the right house. Some people tell me, hey, you need to move out. You need to get in a better area, a nicer place for you and your family. It's more about finding the medium in things. So that's what I'm trying to do when it comes to this house situation. My friend, he's getting a house. I'm very excited. I'm happy for him. I can't wait for him to get a house. And my wife and I, we're still saving money, trying to get some stuff established. Last time I went to go get a house, well, not a house, but more of a loan, they said that I didn't have enough credit. Because I honestly do not believe in paying for credit cards. If I'm able to pay my rent on time, along with my cell phone bill, and my car insurance on time, and the DirecTV bill on time, never late, ever, for the last 5 years. But yet, how is that not enough to show? So basically, the mortgage people want me to go get a credit card, basically use up half of my limit, and then pay it off. But when I do that, you have to pay for interest. So when you're paying for interest, you're really just throwing money to the credit card company, which I understand from their perspective, because they need to get, obviously get paid for it and just, just make a living, which I totally understand. But if I'm able to establish that I'm good with paying my bills on time, why would I need to get a credit card, which could possibly put me in debt if anything were to happen to me? And on top of that, I'd have to pay a penalty if it's ever late, or pay with interest no matter what. To me, it makes no sense, but that's the system we're living in now. But what can you say? So we're in the process of doing that. Trying to find a good area. Since I have a son, I just really thought about, wow, I have to find a good school. When it comes to like getting him to school, going to school, have to worry about buses. And another thing I just found out, you have to pay for trash and pickup. Seriously? What are we paying taxes for? That makes absolutely no sense. And another thing that really pissed me off the other day was I went to the mall, and I know I'm digressing, I'm going to all different subjects right now, but it just popped into my head. I went to the mall, and they had probably 4 or 5 kids sitting at a table, and the sign says, please donate money for school funds, meaning for the school system. They just raised everybody's taxes, but yet they want me, not the kids themselves, but the school system wants me to donate even more money to a system that I'm already giving money to. Maybe they need to figure out who's taking the money away from the school system. Ever thought about that? That really pissed me off. And it was ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. Just stunning. Stunning. And then I told the little kids, I said, oh no, I'm all set. They look at me like I'm crazy. What? That's ridiculous. I'm already paying for you to go to school. I'm paying for the teachers to work. Who cares? Not my problem. I understand public education. Fine. So.
Now, have you established an area where you want to have your child grow up in, or have you settled upon what type of house you want or in what area you want? Like, you want a 2-story house, you want a 2-family house, a duplex?
I would prefer a 1-family house with a 2-family amenities, if that makes any sense. Because the way I look at it is, say something happens to the sink on the first floor. You gotta stop it, you can't wash dishes, you can't run the water through, all that nonsense. People understand what's going on. And then you have to pay to get that fixed. But what if you don't have the money right away? What do you do then? So if this it would seem kind of quirky, but not so much a multi-family, but a one-family house, and then the upstairs would probably have a kitchen, like a little small kitchen, and everything, just off to the side, so that if that situation ever does occur, I don't have to be scrambling around to hurry up and get it fixed. So when it comes to that, that's what I would like. But when it comes to schooling, yeah, definitely, I want to get out of the city that I'm in and find a better school system. It's not so much the school system itself. It's basically all public schools are the same. It's just different grades of education, and the more population for the students, more kids in the classroom. So that's not good. If anybody who's ever went to public school understands, there's just no one-on-one contact. So I would like to find basically a school, or maybe even a private school. But private schools obviously cost money. You gotta have more money for that. But then they make sure your student graduates. So.
Now, the thing you were talking about with credit cards.
Yep.
How many credit cards do you support, or do you have?
I have 2 credit cards.
And that alone, is it enough to be paid on time and sought that should boost your credit fairly well?
I guess not. I just recently got a regular credit card. I have 2. The first one I had was a charge card.
A debit card?
No, it's a charge card. You just whatever you charge on it, you have to pay it off completely. So I guess that wasn't enough. I probably used that about once or twice a month, and then there would be times when I didn't use it for like 3 months. And when it came to the other card that I had, I made a conscious effort to actually buy things, because once again, I don't believe in paying interest if I have the complete money right there, but that's what I gotta do. So I built up enough credit on there to where the balance is a little bit higher, so I just been doing that and paying that off. But hopefully, I had just recently gotten that about like probably 5 months ago maybe, so hopefully that's gonna work out and that's gonna be enough. Okay, so that was it. That's what I had to say for today, and we'll be back tomorrow.